Hey, good morning, folks. It's Saturday early. Just got up, cup of coffee in me. We're completing, I think we're at 2 months since kit delivery and about 37, 38 days into the build. Just wanted to touch up, a little bit. So out of that 30 days, I probably spent a good, 3 weeks just working the drivetrain power, the turbos and all that stuff. So I don't want to take that away from, from the build to make sure, how long does the build take? People just look at the beginning and then the end. Just so you're tracking really, if you had stayed inside the box and completely reused the F-150, I mean, you're looking at basically a 1 month transformation from a regular, truck to a pre-runner truck, and then you get to, deal with probably the body work. You could probably get somebody to do the body work in parallel, since the panels come right off, and you can move the chassis around without the body, much like the Cobras. But anyway, so yeah, we're 2 months since delivery, and yesterday I took the day off just to finalize a few things, but I'm gonna say mechanically I'm done. The truck's driving. I'm still obviously waiting on some tune stuff so we can get a proper drive around, but I've been driving around the neighborhood here and it seems fine. Still got to tidy up the alignment. Just noticed the axle's off to one side about an inch in the back, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, let me turn it around. It's pretty much done. I've actually started to take the body panels back off, and I've been playing around with the paint, getting the paint to match, because it's an 18 truck, and of course that the paint's a little bit faded, so I'm trying to decide how I'm going to attack the body panels. But for the most part, we're done. Everything works. All the OEM sensors work. I'll do a kind of walk around. Maybe we'll just drive around the neighborhood and take a look at it. But yeah, overall, real pleased with the whole process. Again, Factory 5's been great. Yeah, so let me turn this around and we'll just do a quick walk around before the sun gets out here. Okay, so sun's just coming up on the truck, and you can see all the body panels are on. There you go. I've got the front bumper off. That's kind of where I'm going to start. Got to sand that off. Played around with this panel here yesterday. Just did a quick spray out on it. It's very close. It's about a shade off maybe. So I'll probably take the gas cap cover off, gas cap cover off, and take that to the paint store, get them to match that. That's a JX code, leadfoot gray. It's got a little green in it. Anyway, but yeah, it's funny because in the sun it actually matches here, but in the shade it doesn't match down there. So not really sure. I don't know. I'll probably do another spray out before I get too finalized with it. But I've got basically slick sand to do, and then some surfacer, and then sealer, and then we're good. Again, the body work up here is all done, been done. I've set the hood height. It did kind of offset a little bit my alignment here, so I'll mess around with that a little bit more as we get to that point. Yeah, overall, yeah, it's all done. I mean, all the way around to the back. There's the so this is the other thing I did this week. So some of the guys were asking, can you tow with it or whatever? Yeah, so there's the hitch, and then the factory receptacle and everything's all in there. I've got all the backup cameras, all this stuff. Tailgate opens like it should, it's locked. So the nice thing, you get all the OEM features. This is the coolest part. So, oh, hold on. Now you can't steal my truck. And then so yeah, all the lights kick on like they're supposed to. There's the tailgate, and this is the last panel I have to put on. I'm going to put that on today. All the bed is in. I've got I don't know if you can tell, but I've got countersunk screws there, kind of like the OEM truck. And I got button heads on the side, again, kind of like OEM truck. So you have basically 12 screws holding that down. It's all glued in place. Rivets down the side. All the lights, these bed lights, they all work, both sides. Just like when I took it all apart. And then on the bed rails, I've got, I think it's 11 of these countersinks all the way down the side, and I'll have to mess around a little bit, get them all down. But Factory 5 provides like a little rubber seal that goes over here, and I've got these just far enough inboard that when the seal comes up, it basically just covers the very end. So looking pretty good on that side. And then I was going to rivet this panel down, but decided I'm just going to end up putting screws in here, so that if I ever need to service it, I can just pull this cover off just like a regular tailgate would. Let's see. There's the rest of the wiring for. So here's the triple fuel pump wiring right here, and then the OEM wiring, and then this is the tailgate harness, and I just left it loose, again with the ability to pull it out, just like you know, if I want to take the tailgate off, just like an OEM truck, you'd be able to just remove the tailgate. We retain the, if you remember, the F-150 stock has the gas cap back here. We keep the regular gas cap, and you keep all the OEM attachments there. So, yep. So that all works and closes just like it should. And I'll put some sound deadening in the tailgate, but you know, it basically closes just like it should. I'm gonna probably continue this row. I'll probably put maybe 4 countersinks across the top, just to keep the top of the tailgate down. Other than that, yeah. So it's basically a wrap. I wonder if I should just wrap the truck. That'd be interesting. Anyway. Yeah, so thanks for following. We're still going to keep updates as I do the paint. It's not really part of the XTF factory, you know, build. To each his own on how you want to do the paint. So, make sure. Not sure I captured it in all the other videos, but let me show you. We did down here. Excuse all the rivets. I gotta clean all this mess. But there's the exhaust and all the red and all that stuff. So you can kind of see the exhaust pipe sitting down there, and you know, the exhaust doesn't interfere with suspension travel, so it's just forward of the axle. I've already checked that. Yeah, so looks really good from my vantage point. Anyway, and it does everything I need it to do. I'd say, you know, you're basically a 1-month transformation, you know, from start to finish. The biggest thing is that everything is big on the truck, so you just have to go slow. I did the whole build without a lift, and now I'm doing everything outside because I finally gave my wife the garage back. So I've taken some of your all's advice online. I've got a tent that I put up over the back of the truck when, like this afternoon, and probably here in the next hour or so, I'll break it out, and I just kind of move it around the truck to get me some shade. And thankfully this month we haven't had a lot of rain, so it's been, you know, pretty uneventful, other than having to drink a ton of water. So I think, you know, if it were raining or whatever, now that the truck's mobile, you could just move it in and out of the garage, you know, as you needed. But yeah, I'll get a couple more, that last panel in. We'll do another video. I'll show you the panels coming off, I guess. maybe some of the sanding, but stay tuned. We're not going far. We got to get some. We're gonna try to get some drive video in today, if I can, you know, wing it. Anyway, thanks again. We're still about 200 subs shy of 1,000, so if you know somebody, help me out. I'd like to get to 1,000 before we're all done, and I'm beating you guys, so let's see if we can't get there. So thanks a lot, and stay tuned. We'll continue until we're done and done. Thanks. Okay, it's a wrap for today. Saturday's done. Got quite a bit done. Didn't get a chance to drive, but let me turn it around and show you the panels on the truck. So hold on a sec. Okay, so on this side of the truck, you'll see I've got one of the bed sides all done in surfacer. So now I've just got to, I'll probably have to sand it down one more time. Took about an hour or two on it, sanded it pretty flat. You know, since there's no parting seams, it really is just, you know, I didn't even need to slick sand it. I just sanded it and sprayed some surfacer on it, made sure it was super smooth. You can see it didn't even cut through, but a couple areas, and I think I may have leaned on the sandpaper a little hard. But I went ahead and did all these countersunk. I got 11 countersunk screws on the bed sides. I put one on each corner right here. On the tailgate, still got to finish fitting the lights. But man, it's looking good. Tailgate's a lot more solid now. Oh, it's locked. Stand by. Sorry. Keep doing that. Stupid thing. Alright, and then that is so cool that all the stuff still works. Yep, so get in the bed, everything's in there, and yeah, I mean you can definitely, now this is rattly because I've got to take it apart tomorrow to finish painting, but you know, I'm gonna have screws and everything down in here to hold this so you can still service it. And then these are all screwed down so I can lift this panel up if I ever need to service the fuel pump, since the fuel pump's right here. I was thinking about making a panel, but I figured the screws will work, and you know, I'll have it all bed lined and stuff. So if I, you know, just like a normal truck, if you need to take the bed off, you gotta, you know, scrape that bed liner off that. So I'll have the same problem, I guess. But I mean, the tailgate now really, I mean, it closes phenomenally. I mean, that's probably one of the better closing doors I've done, really. Everything kind of lines up nice. All the gaps are, you know, repeatable and everything. I don't know if you guys saw that. I painted a little Factory 5 backplate red. I still got to put final paint on everything. This all comes powder coated, and it's in great shape. I will probably use that as, you know, maybe the sealer, and then just go ahead and paint it with a base coat, clear coat. I don't know. I may just leave it. I was thinking about color matching the bumper to the truck, much like it was when I took it all apart. So, but what I'll do is I'll leave this black. I'll probably put some anti-skid tape on here, but then, you know, paint the rest of this the color of the truck, and then leave the center piece all black, and then same thing on here. So I think that will look good. It'll kind of be a lot more sporty, less off-roady. Yeah, other than that, so tomorrow's goal is I'll probably take the bed off, or the tailgate off, and then I'm going to take the gas cap off, take this bed off, bed side off. I'll get this into surfacer. I'll take this little tiny panel off right here. I'll take this guy off, and I'll get this all done as well. So the goal tomorrow is to have all the panels in the back into Surfacer, the 2K stuff, and then I will take this gas cap over to the paint store to get it scanned, see if I can't get the match a little bit better. I was thinking about wrapping, not sure yet. Maybe I'll do a wrap, because as smooth as this is, right out of the mold, I mean, that's pretty good. I was pretty happy with that all the way around. It really didn't take long. I could have probably done more, but it took me a while to get the bed all situated. I kind of messed up. I didn't take note of the panels as I took them off the truck. This panel here is supposed to go in first, and then that panel. Well, I put that panel in first, and then realized I couldn't get this panel in. And I mean, that's 1/8 inch aluminum sheet, and it's kind of awkward to do by myself. And of course, I had help here yesterday, and we got it all situated. It looked perfect, and then I had to take it off. So anyway, so let's see. So all in all, it's been a good day. Again, that thing is going to look really, really nice, I think, once it gets all color matched and everything. I don't know, maybe a wrap, like I said. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's going smooth. This part should go pretty quick, as smooth as the panels are. The only panel that you really needed to work on, and I think you've already seen it, is this one, and that really only took, you know, I don't know, half a day, maybe, not even half a day, probably a couple hours. So really not bad. Went, you know, pretty anticlimactic. Not really, you know, enough stress on it to make a whole video about. Just, you know, basically rage gold, and, you know, smooth it all up with rage gold on it. That will get slick sand to lock all the Bondo in, but everything else just went to 2K Surfacer. So anyway, we'll hit it first thing in the morning, bright and early, before the sun gets up. We'll see you in the morning. Hey folks, so just finishing up the weekend. I think we hit the target. You can see the tent back there and the truck. So it's all pretty much in primer on the back side. So let me turn it around. I think it came out pretty good, so stand by. Alright, so back's all done. Looks pretty good. Probably got one more sand before seal, and then color. So I just need to get my stuff together to get the color down. Again, really, I just scuffed and shot it with the 2K high build surfacer. I mean, really, it's no big deal. I mean, just getting it smooth and sprayed, went right up. Fit really good. Lights all in. This one's exactly how I want it, and then this one I still have to mutz around with the fit right here, but I know what I did, so just have to get the right bolts for it. And then yeah, this side's done, and then I just realized I left that one screw up on there, so I'll tighten that up. But here's the gap right here. That came out good. So the back is ready for paint, and there you go. So I'm pretty stoked all the way around. I mean, it's really looking like a truck. So we get some color on it. Maybe next weekend I'm probably gonna have to. Well, maybe next weekend we'll just work on the front. We'll see. Really, on the front, it's not too bad. Let me. So really, it's this one small piece, quarter fender. Then it's the entire hood. This is already in white primer, so it just needs to be scuffed and then sealed. And then I've got to do the bumper. So yeah. So I'll sand this guy down and get it sprayed, put that into sealer. I've got to readjust a little bit because I've got a little overlap right here. I think I've got the bumpers up too high, so I'll mess around with that. But all in all, I think the front is less pieces, but there's more surface area on here. These two pieces will go really fast. They're in real good shape. Really just quickly, scuff with 80 and then spray and then wet sand. That, I mean, I could do both of those probably in about an hour and a half, so not bad. Yep. Yeah, we're getting close. So other than that, that's going to be a wrap for this weekend. I'll hit it a little bit this week after work. Probably take a couple panels off. I'm going to take the gas cap off and go over to the paint store and see if I can't get a closer match. Because there's a JX is a lead foot. It wasn't really that close. It's probably because it's an 18 truck, but not a big deal. We'll get to it. I like the fact that these molds are nice and slick. So I mean, I can't get over how easy this is smoothing out. Like I said, the only panel I really needed to work, and really not that bad, was this one. So anyway, yeah, we'll catch you next weekend, and maybe next weekend we'll go for a drive. You have to keep in tune. So we got 200 subs left, so to get to 1,000. So hopefully we can get to 1,000 and get that first drive in. Talk to you soon.